Okay, this is Shmuel Pollan. We've made it to day 10. I really want to congratulate you. 90% of people will not make it this far, so you are in a special category and you will do very, very well in life because you're way ahead of everybody else because you stuck with it, you had the focus, you had the determination, you had the endurance, and you are here. And you are uncovering the layers of yourself to find your true self, which is your soul, which is the ability to do anything. And that's how you're going to have the firepower to accomplish all your goals and know which goals are right for you. Because you will go to your true self, see who you really are. And we're going to do that now by switching up our lenses. We all have lenses in our eyes that allow us to see. And the truth is, we have lenses in our brain that tell us how to think. Everything we see, everything we do gets filtered through a lens. And there's a default lens, and that's basically what you're wearing right now. And whatever is good, and whatever is bad. That's the default lens. It's kind of hard to explain this in 7 minutes, but I'll do my best. There are 10 other lenses, however, that you can put on and take off, and you can see the world completely differently. So just to introduce this idea, I want you to Google the following. Optical illusion, old lady, young lady. Optical illusion, old lady, young lady. Do it in Google Images, and you will come up with this optical illusion. And what it is a picture, a drawing that you can see as an old lady who's a real hag, really ugly, or a beautiful young woman. And the key to the illusion is to realize that the line in the middle is either the old lady's mouth or the young lady's necklace. So to realize that could be a mouth or a necklace, the circular line, and realize something. These are the exact same lines. They're the same lines, but seen through a different lens. Seen as a young woman who's beautiful or seen as an ugly woman who's ugly. And you can do the same thing with any single thing in life. You can look at it as beautiful or you can look at it as ugly. I'm going to tell you the 10 lenses quickly so you will have them and you can start working with them. And the first lens is the art lens. And you can see art in all that is around you. What you look at as just usual can actually be art if you look at it in that way. You can take any scene and just put a frame on it. It's actually a beautiful scene when you look at it as art. You could paint a painting of the feeling you had when you were being rejected by someone. And this will put it in perspective and it will be very therapeutic for you. It's a kind of therapy, art therapy. It's to look at everything that was just default and just was either good or bad. And parts of it were good, parts of it were bad. And now you're changing it up to look at it as art. Break out the crayons. Then there's the music lens. Find the music in what's happening. So if you're at number 10 in line at the movie theater, you're kind of upset. So you're experiencing a bass. And a bass is neither good nor bad. It's just a note. It's just a lower note. And you need the lower note just as much as you need the higher note. So you need this time being number 10 just as much as you need the time being number 1. They're all equally valid and equally good. It's all good because it's all music. Then there is the game competition lens, which I love. I use all the time. I use all these all the time. I'm always switching them up. And the game competition lens is basically looking at everything like it's a little game. So George Costanza is shuffling shrimp down his throat. And then he immediately says, what does he say? He says, let's see how many I can fit into my mouth. Let's see how many I can fit into my mouth. So he was scarfing them down. He was eating a lot. And then he made it into a game. Let's see how many I can fit into my mouth. You can make anything into a game. If you're spilled milk and you're mopping it up, imagine that was an arcade game. If someone made an arcade game and it was about people constantly spilling milk and you have to quickly get the milk cleaned up, you would pay money to play that. It would be a new cool game and you would pay money. Now, here it's happening in real life. So that's like a virtual reality game. The game of actually cleaning up the milk is actually an even cooler game than the arcade. And it's free. You're not paying for it. So everything can be a game. Make everything into a little game. If you're with your kid, chase, race to the next light. Always make things into games. Everything can be a game. Every challenge can be a game. And then that makes it fun. And then it's no longer any negativity. Just like the old lady, young lady. There is no old lady. There is only a young lady because you are looking at it as a game. The fourth lens is the story/movie lens. Everything is a story. No matter what you're going through, it's a story. Imagine it was made into a story. And then you're going to start realizing that the downs are just as important as the ups. In fact, the downs make the ups worth something. They make them valuable. If a story had no downs, had no struggle, had no obstacles, it wouldn't be worth anything. Nobody would want to watch it. But your story has challenges, and that makes it a good story. So if your life is a story, all the challenges become good. They all become part of something good. Then there is the experience lens, and this is basically just appreciating something for what it is. It's very deep. It's a deep concept, but it's like taking a third-party view and realizing that life itself is amazing. It's sort of like the story lens, but just being in life is amazing. That's a third-party perspective on anything that's happening, and it puts you into a zone where dangerous emotions are just not there because you're experiencing it. I'm just enjoying experiencing life. Life is awesome. The sixth lens that you can have is a joke. If somebody pours some liquid cement on your head, and you can take that very badly. But if it were the Three Stooges that did that, it would be funny. So why isn't it funny for you? You could actually laugh at that situation. You can actually laugh at every situation. And then there's the lesson. This is very important. I use it all the time. You can look around at anything in your room, anything in the world, and take a lesson from it. Opening the fridge, I'm taking a lesson that I should open myself up to more ideas. And that's what we're doing here. We're opening ourselves up to more ideas, and that's the lesson that we learn. The car is like, I need to really get going. I need to get driven because this car is driving. I need to get driven. I need to become more motivated and more excited. That is learning a lesson from everything that you see. There's the gratitude lens. We've talked about this a lot, but just realizing the gratitude that you have, that you should have for your breath, for your heartbeat, for your arm, for your leg, for the fact that you're in modern society and you have indoor plumbing and you have heat, a heater, and an air conditioner, which nobody in all of history ever had. Nobody in all of history ever had an iPhone. And we, just so happens, we got lucky, or someone upstairs is pulling strings, that we now have an iPhone and air conditioning and heaters and computers, everything that we have. We need to be extremely grateful for it. We should be just completely happy all the time because we're so grateful for everything that we have. The ninth lens is a sacrifice lens. This is a little bit more serious but pious and seriously powerful. You look at a situation and you say, my purpose here is to sacrifice. I want to be like Jesus. I want to sacrifice my ego and become less selfish because of this. So everything that goes wrong is actually a good thing. It's turned to a good thing because it's an opportunity to demonstrate more sacrifice. And number 10 is the wonder/magic/miracles lens. Like a 6-year-old at Disney World feels wonder. You can feel wonder all the time. You can just look at a tree and just be like, wow, it's so wonderful. I can't. And wonderful in the sense that it really is a wonder. It's like a wonder of the world. It's like one of the 12 wonders of the world, or however many wonders of the world there were. Look at the popcorn machine at the theater. It runs on electricity, which is sort of like magic because you can't see it, and yet it powers everything with tremendous force. How can something that you can't see be that powerful? You can't see what's making your heart beat, so that's like magic. Everything is like magic. Everything could be looked at as magic, and there are no negative things in this space with this lens. Whatever is happening, it's magic. It could be filmed. It could be looked at as something amazing. Those are the 10 lenses, and you will, if I've done this right, realize that you can see anything, any way that you want to. You are not limited by any view, certainly not by your default view, which is just good, bad, good. No. Art, music, lessons, games. You can have any view of anything that you want, and that makes you completely free. I think I went over the 7-minute limit. I hope you will forgive me. This was important because we had to go through all 10 lenses. I want you to have them all to be able to put on and take off. And so you can truly realize your true free choice, that you don't have to look at anything any way anybody says. You are free, you are a soul, you are all powerful.